You ever feel like nothing works? Every business model, every side hustle, every new strategy, they all promise results, yet somehow, they all end up disappointing. But what if I told you the problem isn't with the models? It's that everything works. And that's exactly why nothing does. Dropshipping works. Content creation works. Real estate works. Agencies, freelancing, trading. They've all made people rich. You've seen it. You've probably tried one or two yourself. So why do most people feel stuck, like no matter what they try, they're going in circles? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't quit because the model doesn't work. They quit because it stops feeling easy. We all say we're ready to work hard. We post about it, journal about it, tell ourselves we're different this time. But deep down, our brains are always scanning for the path of least resistance. Not because we're lazy, but because the modern world is training us to avoid discomfort. Let's go back in time. We used to fight for literally everything. But slowly we humans built things. For efficiency we built tools, then improved them, then automated them, upgraded them, and it kept happening. And now we have one-tap delivery, instant content, quick dopamine hits. We've evolved to expect less friction. And when we do start something new, we're excited, motivated. We tell ourselves we'll stay consistent no matter what. And no doubt, we even do, for a few weeks, maybe even a few months, sometimes a year. But then that early motivation fades. The numbers slow down. The work starts to feel heavier. And that's when the voice in our head starts whispering, maybe this just isn't the right thing. Maybe it's too saturated. Maybe this model's outdated. Maybe this wasn't supposed to happen. And just like that, we move on to try something else. Not because it didn't work, but because it didn't work fast enough. You know what's wild? If you look at stories of self-made billionaires, their success stories are basically highlight reels of pain. Setbacks, lawsuits, sleepless nights, failures stacked on failures, and the list goes on. But they kept going. That was the culture back then. Today, most success stories we hear are about speed. One viral video, one lucky crypto trade, one Shopify store that blew up in 60 days. That's what we see now. But what we don't see are the thousands of people who tried the same thing and quit when it got hard. Or worse, the ones who made money fast and lost it just as fast. Here's the twist. Most long-term wealth is still built the old way. Slowly, repetitively, through mastery. And here's something deeper. This is where it gets psychological. Ever wonder why people say being rich isn't for everyone? It's a subconscious equation happening in your brain, one you probably don't even realize is running. Here's how it works. Every time you desire something, your brain calculates two things: how much you want it and how hard it'll be to get. Let's say you want a Bugatti. The worth of that goal feels like a 100. It's rare, it's flashy, it's powerful, and come on man, it's a Bugatti. But then comes the effort score. To get that Bugatti, you'd have to become a multimillionaire, which means years of work, sacrifice, discipline, pressure. So subconsciously, your brain assigns that effort a low score. Maybe a 10. Then it averages the 2. The result? The goal feels emotionally not worth it. Not because the car isn't amazing, but because your brain is protecting you from the stress of chasing something so difficult. Now even if you somehow get the Bugatti, if that equation was never balanced, you might not even enjoy it. You'll feel burned out. That's why people reach massive goals and still feel empty. It wasn't the wrong dream, it was the wrong trade-off. But flip the script. Let's say someone out there sees the Bugatti as the only thing that matters. Their worth score for that goal is off the charts, more than 100. That same brain equation now changes. The effort still feels massive. But now it's worth it, so they go all in. That's how two people can look at the exact same goal, and one goes impossible, while the other says whatever it takes. Same formula, but totally different values. This was a bit off topic, but you have to understand the psychology before you start working towards what you want. This is why mastery matters. Because when you get really good at one thing, the work becomes easy, which makes the effort score high, which also makes the result high, making that goal more precious. What felt hard becomes easy, and when that happens, you become unstoppable. Sorry for that. Let's just continue. So if nothing is working for you right now, maybe it's not because it doesn't work. Maybe it's because you haven't worked it long enough to make it feel worth it. So bro, what should I even do? Wait, let me tell. Pick one thing, and get obsessed, and master it until it stops feeling hard. Look at the patterns. The successful people have even mastered one field, and then after they become huge in it, they start entering other sectors. Now everywhere we just see people watching creators who show how this thing made them so much money so fast, and of course, that's what people want to watch. But it's just the reality rule, that great things take time. And about people who get lucky, man, those are just exceptions. Some manage to actually be rich after the lottery. Some fail. But look, the people who are getting these peaks are so rare. The real way to make things work is to stick with it for as long as it needs, because in the end, everything works, but only if you work on them. Don't you see online creators who show how easy it is to make money?
Wait. Yeah, now continue.
Sorry about that. I was saying online creators show how easy it is to make money, but when you try it, it literally is so damn hard. And yeah, it is. But that's the problem. When you saw the video, you expected the model to be easy. So you came with the same mindset and gave up because the difficulty level was way different and unexpected. Right now, if I tell you how extremely hard a business model is, and it's just something you can never ever make work, still you manage to just give it a try, guess what? You might actually make that business model work. See the problem? It's what we are getting told about. We, the audience, should be told what's true so that people watching can succeed. But why aren't they telling you? This is stupid. Because you simply chase the easiest way. But why that? Simply because we humans keep making things easy. Just one final advice for you. Think. Literally just think. And don't listen to people. Try to find out the reasons of the reason, like we just did, so you know where the problem starts. Charles Kettering said, "A problem well stated is half solved." So, I guess you know what to do.